Which one should
Hey,
I use?
Abba, what are you doing playing with those baskets?
Why am I playing with all these baskets? That's a good question. Well, you see, I'm trying to find the right perfect basket for the particular thing that I'm working on right now.
What difference does it make?
You know what? You're right. Truthfully, does it really make a difference which basket we use when we're doing something? My friends, in this week's Torah portion, we learn a very powerful lesson from baskets. God tells the Jewish people, when you come to the land of Israel, to show your gratitude and appreciation to the one above, you should take your finest fruits and bring them to the temple. But interestingly, the Torah tells us a little detail that seemingly is not necessary. And that is that when you bring your fruit to the temple, you should place it in a basket. Don't bring it in your hands. Bring it in a basket. What's the message of the basket? There must be, my son, a special message that we can learn from the basket. And I would like to share with you today two very profound messages that I want you to take with you for the coming week that we can learn from the basket. And here it goes. Number one, the Talmud tells us that if a wealthy person brought the fruits in a very fancy basket, then the priest would take the fruits and return the basket. But if a poor person came and brought the fruits in a very simple basket, then not only would the priest take the fruits, but the priest would also take the basket for God. There's a message here. You see, God wants us to know that what he appreciates more than anything is not only the beauty that we have, not only the beautiful fruit, not only the strengths and the wonderful characteristics that we possess, but what God really appreciates more than anything is the simple basket. Because if you think about it, the simple basket represents the purity of our heart, the sincerity of our soul. When we approach Rosh Hashanah in just a few days, we have to remember, it doesn't matter how well you read Hebrew. It doesn't matter how fluent you are in the prayers. What matters is that you bring a simple wicker basket. What matters is that you open your heart and you bring God the sincerity of your soul. And the second lesson for you, my friends, is that when we enter the high holidays, we all get very inspired. There's a reason why it's called the high holidays. We're in a high, we're so excited, and we make all these great resolutions that great things are going to happen the coming year. This year, I'm going to behave the very best. This year, I will never get angry. My friends, these resolutions are great, but if you really want them to last, you have to anchor them. You have to create a practical vessel to hold on to those resolutions and make them happen. In other words, you have to make sure that your resolution has a basket. So, my friends, as I wish you a Shabbat Shalom, I remind you the two very important lessons we learned from the baskets. Number one, remember, it doesn't matter so much what's in the basket. What matters is that you're coming to God from your heart. And number two, as excited as you get and as inspired as you may be, these high holidays, make sure you anchor it with a practical vessel to hold on to those resolutions, and then you can be positive that you will have a sweet new year. So Yisraelik and I join together to wish you a Shabbat Shalom.